Hello guys, welcome to PC Drills, where you find help on how to handle your PC related issues. Today we'll be continuing with lesson 5 under computer hardware components. We're talking about pointing devices. For those of you that are following up with the videos in a chronological order, you might see some devices that were under the input devices, because pointing devices are actually input devices. So the objectives of this particular lesson 5, we'll talk about the definition of pointing devices, also look at examples and a detailed view or explanation of each pointing device, just like we have been doing for the other past 2 lessons. So what are pointing devices? These are devices used to control the movement of the pointer or cursor on the monitor or screen. When you move your mouse, that particular display on the screen is called a pointer, or you call it a cursor. It means almost the same thing. But for detailed understanding, the cursor is what you use when you're typing. It's usually like capital I or sometimes just a line. But the pointer is the one that looks like an arrow. Use a pointer to click on things, but use a cursor when inserting text. But the difference is not mostly important. Just need to know what it means. Examples of pointing devices: you can have the mouse, keyboard, trackpad, light pen, joystick, touchpad, touchscreen, graphic tablet, gamepad, and so on. Some of you might be like, how would a keyboard be a pointing device? But generally it is. You can also navigate your computer using the keyboard. Just use few keys and it helps you go through the computer just like you were having a mouse attached to it. So next, we will now look at each of these examples one at a time and try to explain how they work. So we start with the mouse. Most of you have seen this slide, how the mouse looks like. So you can just say a mouse is a pointing device used to navigate the computer. And that is how it physically looks. The one on the left is a complete mouse. The one on the right is how you place your fingers when using it. Next, we have the keyboard. It's basically a text input device. The type, the size does not matter, because there are various kinds of keyboards. Depending on the manufacturer, they can decide to put any design. Next, we have the trackball. A trackball is a small ball that is set in a holder and can be rotated by hand to move a cursor on a computer screen. So when you move the trackball, you swipe it to the left, your cursor on the screen also moves to the left. Most of these things, you need to see them work physically before you can really understand. But if you have been familiar with computers and you see how the cursor moves, that's just the same thing you do with your hand when you have a trackball. Next, we have a light pen. A light pen is a handheld photosensitive device resembling a pen held to the display screen of the computer terminal for passing information to the computer. So with a light pen, you can navigate your computer just using the particular pen. It looks like a normal pen, but communicates with the computer using the light from the particular pen. So it's not like the pen you use in writing your book. Above, you can see the 2 images that represent how a light pen looks like. Next, we have a joystick. On the left, we have a gamepad. The joystick adjusts the 2 small things we have, one to the top left, the other one bottom right. So a joystick is a lever that can be moved. in several directions to control the movement of an image on a computer or similar display screen. For a joystick, you can push it up, down, right, left, and so on. The cursor follows the same. We have a touchpad. I can say generally everybody that uses a laptop uses a touchpad. With a touchpad, you just have to put your finger and you swipe it in any direction. The mouse follows the same. The definition here is a touchpad is a computer input device in the form of a small panel containing different touch sensitive areas. It basically performs the function of a mouse. Next, we have the touchscreen. For the previous one we just see, which was the mouse, you have a particular area that you navigate. But for the touchscreen, you touch directly on what you see on your screen and the screen just works. So if you see a photo that you wish to view, just click on that photo by touching on the screen and it opens up. Even if it's an application, you don't need to use the mouse, you just touch directly with your hand. The definition here is a touchscreen is a display device which allows the user to interact with a computer by touching areas of the screen. So you interact with the computer by touching just areas of the screen. Next, we have a graphics tablet. It is kind of a phone, but it has a particular pen that you use to draw. It's mostly used for drawing, this particular graphic tablet. On the left, you see how it looks like. On the right, you see an image that's already been drawn using it. For the definition, we can say a graphic tablet is a computer input device that enables a user to hand draw images, animations, and graphics with a special pen. Next, we have a gamepad, mostly used by gamers for playing games. A gamepad is a handheld controller for video games. On the left, you have one and how to use it. On the right, we have another design. Both work the same way. And you can see their joysticks. If you remember, you just passed the joystick above. That's all for this particular lesson, and thank you for watching. We hope you really understood how it was being gave out to you, and we wish that if you have any suggestions, please leave them at the comment section or contact us through any of the necessary or available means. Thanks for watching and see you next time. If you are new to our channel, please like, subscribe, share, and recommend to your friends. You can contact us using any of this information on this particular page. Thanks for always watching PC Drills, and see you next time.